It has no idea what fresh hell awaits it.
So what do you say, Dad? One last shot?
One last shot. That'll be the next battle.
I mean, how much worse could it possibly be?
Somebody's got the fire.
We are officially in the badge of bug. We're gonna die. No. Oh, that's fantastic.
I'm devaluing your production anyway. I'm not pretty.
I'm not pretty either. I mean, maybe between the two of us, like you got the beautiful beard, I got the hair, kind of maybe.
Okay, so we're one solid four if we put us together.
That sounds about right. Well, welcome back, everybody. Jed Scott here with Scott's Speed Shop, and today's adventure is going to be something kind of unique and really fun to me, and pardon me actually as I indulge with the sunglasses. Even though I've been told these sunglasses make me look kind of silly, I'm experiencing what's called snow blindness, and it's because, well, it's February in Kansas, and well, we got snow and it's very bright out. The sun decided to come out, which is amazing, and we appreciate that because that's helping get rid of some of this crap. But well, it's kind of hard to see. It's very bright. So today we are going to be wishing Mr. Belvedere a farewell and sending that 66 Belvedere on home to its new home because, well, we found a guy who wants it and is willing to take on the project. So our task for today is to unearth the 66 Belvedere 2 once again, not from Mark's field, but from our backyard, which it is covered up because we did that just for Jake. But in order to get this old car moved, we've got to move the gatekeeper, the big red Dodge Semi. And it was basically 0 degrees today. And that's an old 1160 V8 Caterpillar diesel in this old rig. And, well, we're going to see if we can get her to fire up for us. Because she's got maxi air brakes, so we've got to have air pressure. And if nothing else, we can release the brakes and we can pull it with the tractor. But it'd be pretty dang cool if the old girl busted off for us. And plus, we haven't really done any videos or updates on this old truck. And, well, since I think we got it. When Dad did his iconic little hauling the mail in the big red Semi. Oh, that... I love my dad. He is so freaking cool. Because he don't give a dang. You see me driving this thing, I'm like little Miss Daisy. Yeah! We ain't even owned this truck 24 hours and Dad's spinning tires. You were smoking tires and you were blowing smoke out the stack. It was like 12,000 different levels of manly.
Shit's good.
Ah.
4 gears.
Yeah. That was cool. So you think she's gonna probably do it for us?
I don't know. I'm gonna start my air compressor and air up the tank so they don't have to wait on it to air up the tank.
That'd be good. He had found out this thing's got a block heater, so he decided just to go ahead and hook it up, just see if it works. But this old girl's always been pretty reliable. We bought this one just as a runner to kind of match the other one and maybe make a better hauler truck than the 61 over there. So yeah, So now you see what we got to do today. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I hope this turns out to be kind of a fun little video, because, well, we got to move one project so we can send another one on home, and so that way it can be saved, because that's what makes me happy. So what do you say? Let's get to it. Dad said I need to feel the heater hose. Ooh.
Walk here's working good.
Oh my, that is.
Go over to the waterfall.
Hey, this old girl just continues to impress. That's probably a factory option, to be honest with you.
Came from northern Missouri, it left its whole life up north.
Yeah.
Up by St. Joe.
That's freaking
seen a lot of winter time.
That is true. Don't mind me as I just admire the giant truckness of this Dodge Semi. Truly is impressive that this was something that, you know, Dodge technically built. It's just cool to me. I am just a giant kid at heart, and yeah, stuff like this is just beyond cool to me. Let's see if she'll bust off. Eh, that's a big negative.
Not over anyway.
That's a good sign. Well, gonna have to warm up a little bit more and get a little more juice in that battery for this old girl busts off. That is no surprise. Yeah, normal hoopla, you know. You think it'd start up pretty easy for you on camera, but you bring out the camera and all of a sudden, the truck that never fails to start, fails to start. Who would have freaking guessed, you know? Oh well, we'll get her to bust off, or we'll use the tractor, which the tractor is also a diesel, and we won't worry about that. If nothing else, we got the WD right there, old trusty dusty. I don't know if it's gonna pull this big thing though. Hopefully the other tractor fires up, if we can't get this one to go. So we're getting plan, this should be technically called plan A because it is an Alice. But we're getting old plan B here. We're gonna see if she'll fire up, just in case we can't get the old Semi to fire up on her own. So this is a Alice XT 190 turbo diesel. Dad had this thing apart twice, had to replace the crankshaft twice. Supposedly rebuilt engine, was not. Anyways, I'm not gonna deep dive into that. Anyway, so yeah, see if this old girl busts off. Alrighty, well while Dad is working on, I'll call it plan A, the Alice. Let's see how my luck runs with this old girl. I tell you what, this old Dodge Semi is just about daggone coolest thing in the world. Alright, make sure we're out of gear. Come on, baby. Nope, okay. There's, look at that. Man, we missed that, god dang. Hang on, we gotta run, we gotta catch it. We gotta at least get one of these first starts on this video, daggone. You got it. I was gonna say, I just missed. I tried to go start the Semi on my own, and of course I missed the one that starts.
5 degrees this morning when I left.
5 degrees?
It's like 25 right now.
Woo! Well, I bet you that air charge is nice and dense and that diesel's loving it. Daggone it. All right, let's get this junk moved with that junk so that way we can get that junk to move this one out. And, well, that one's not junk, it's a treasure right now because it belongs to someone else, basically. So it's gonna come out of that treasure and it's gonna get moseyed out in front of that barn, which is actually, funnily enough, basically, the last time you guys saw this, you saw us drag it from the other property over here, and Now we're actually dragging it right back over. Who would have thought? Alrighty, so Dad's got the tractor out and he has been attempting to pull this big old behemoth, but we're kind of wondering if she might actually be frozen to the ground, and it's actually in these. It's in some pretty good sized ruts here. We're missing, there's a good chunk of the tire that's actually in the ground there. So yeah, the old girl ain't wanting to release, and the brakes I think might also be frozen themselves in some fashion. So yeah, this little excursion adventure has turned into quite the little poop show, shall we say. And yeah, oh, we'll get the old Belvedere out of there eventually. Oh, we kind of have to this weekend, so that way Mr. Jake can take it home and we can focus on other projects. Maybe someday like old Jezebel. But good old Scott luck once again prevails that the one time we actually approach a video with some sort of battle plan to actually get things moved efficiently, yeah, things go awry. So as per usual, we will now be shooting from the hip, shall we say, as we normally do, and we'll get the old Belvedere out of there for Mr. Jake. So here's to that. Well, Dad, unlike yesterday, it's actually above zero.
Yeah, it's melting.
Yeah, you can already see a difference just in the hillside and everything. The snow is basically kind of just disappearing on its own. In fact, you can see grass out there. Look at that. So yeah, it's a lot warmer today. I think we got a better chance. We got 2 batteries that are both fresh off the charger. For one, the engine ought to be just, we got the, I think Dad hooked up the block heater before we left this morning, so everything in the engine should be nice and toasty. So technically, if she's gonna crack and bust off, hey, this would be the opportunity. So what do you say, Dad? One last shot?
One last shot.
Go for her. Come on, old girl, you can do it. Yeah! Yes! Never seen that thing puff that much smoke before. That's just impressive. Yeah, I gotta fix the air horn on this one. I'd say that did her. What's the takeaway? Diesels don't like to start in the cold. And if you're gonna have a warmer day the next day, try to just tackle it that day and then just pretend like it's the extra cold day. Probably what a lot of YouTubers do. Like, I can pretend like it's 0 degrees and you guys might believe me. But in reality, it's like 38, 40. And that almost feels like bikini weather. Like, I might have to go take a dip in that freaking pond if I could find my bikini and if it would still fit. But that would be nightmare fuel for everybody else watching, probably. And you know, let's just play with trucks and stuff. I think we would all agree that that's what we're really here for. Well, and actually we're here to get that car out of here. So yeah, we gotta get this one moving. So we're gonna let her warm up for quite a while. Remember, that thing's in them ruts.
Wonder if our brakes are still hung up. Well, we got one spinning. No, it's never easy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Dadgummit. Well, we got the truck running. We got the tractor going. But now the old truck doesn't want to leave its hole. Dadgummit, truck.
You did it!
Just gonna let that one take a little breather there for a minute.
Who the man?
Oh, Dad the man.
Dad the man?
Well, I did. I resorted to just not caring, and I rammed it in like full power reverse. I was like, you know what? What's it gonna hurt?
Yeah.
And then I found out the tractor in like 7th or 8th gear hauls ass and blows smoke, and it's a lot of fun. And now I'm probably gonna just tear up the rest of the yard. Yeah,
Might as well.
already destroyed.
Might as well. What's this beauty you're uncovering?
This would be Mr. Belvedere, or what would have been Mr. Belvedere if we would have done anything with it. Oh, that tire went flat again. What? I thought you said it was holding up. It held up yesterday. Dad, we did it.
About dang gone time.
Now let's move this freaking Belvedere.
That'd be the next battle.
I mean, how much worse could it possibly be?
Why do you jinx yourself like that?
I'm gonna need another cigarette and I'm out.
I'm gonna put the car cover up and get the little air inflatable thing, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, and then yeah, we'll hook this thing up and we'll be back here shortly.
What are you doing, JD?
I'm doing a nice thing, which this is the Barracuda's car cover from Jags, but it lives under the shed. It doesn't need a car cover technically. And we brought this car cover out to cover up Jake's Belvedere, and now I'm going to use it to cover my Charger.
After it's set through sub-zero temperature and 3 snowstorms.
Yeah, well, 3 winters.
3 winters, yeah.
Which, by covering it up now, I will forget it exists, which means it's easier to ignore.
I will never forget those Jesse.
No, I'm different. I'm wired different.
No.
Look at this. Like it was never here.
Old Jesse's just a project in the loom. She will though again.
Ah, there we go.
Almost like that car cover's meant for a Charger.
Well, all of them do fit the Charger. Let's just take a vote. Who wants to see Dad start the bug? Dad, you're supposed to raise your hand.
I don't know if I want to stress her or not.
I'll raise my hand for all the viewers in YouTube land. Filming the old Field of Dreams. That is seriously a nice sounding 4-cylinder. Well, she came to life. I like the Badger bug. Alrighty, well, on to moving the Belvedere.
That's my dad. Oh no, not the badger bug. Spinning out right into your old rut. That is a whole different level of man right there. Badger bug back home. Alrighty, so here in the old field of dreams, oh, Belvedere is just about ready to leave. Yep. All right. Anna, are you ready for your? You gonna drive the Belvedere? Or you gonna just hold the camera?
You want me to drive the Belvedere?
Either you drive it or I gotta drive it. So, who's it gonna be? Who's gonna film? Who sits inside the dookie, maybe smelling car, and who stands out here in the cold?
That's a tough one, dude.
Not really. Here, you take this.
Oh.
Be the second drive of the Belvedere.
Yeah.
Put my mobile tire inflator back here. Oh yeah. Oh, I love this thing. Cold.
You need to make engine noises. Kind of a cool looking car in this light. Yeah.
That wasn't too bad.
You look like you're about to fall through the floor at any point in time.
Well, I'm just falling through the seat mostly. You know, alrighty. Well, Mr. Belvedere, you are free of our field of dreams and ready to go on home as soon as I take that steely back. Alright. So, next time you guys see us is, well, on delivery day. So I literally was going around airing up all the matching chrome wheels for Jake, because we kind of agreed to match the wheels at least for him, and literally just finished airing this guy up. Man, there is just no winning. How are these doing? That one's still up, that's good. And that one's still up, okay. All right, well, at least we have one more. Think that one needs to go on? Is it soft already? This one's gonna need the blue pill. Man, they're going soft on us already, dude. What the hell? And I know this was gonna be, I know it's kind of an old man car for some people. I didn't know this was gonna become a whole freaking commercial for the little blue pill.
We're gonna need the slime.
They are gonna need the slime. Well, dadgummit. That sucks.
Maybe we'll go down as fast as that one.
Maybe. Well, Dad, what a fight that was, just to change the freaking wheels.
Let's win one battle after another.
That is true.
We're winning.
Those 214 chrome wheels would not hold air, so the old Belvedere is rocking chrome on this side, looking pretty dang swanky. But you get back over here and we're just a little bit on the trailer park side. You just,
Blue boy. Blue boy.
we'll just cover that wheel right there. That is much better. Of course, this thing with a grill, and you know, I've been talking with this Jake feller about this car, and I don't want to toot his horn too much, but the plans he has told me he has for this old Belvedere are definitely unlike any plans I've ever heard for a 66 Ford.
Oh, really?
It's gonna be pretty freaking cool.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Anyways, guys, gals, we'll catch you in a few days when Jake is here. Take his bride home. Maybe Frankenstein's bride? I don't know. Work on that, maybe. Did? Fantastic job. Guys, gals. So I know I said the next time you'd be checking in, Jake would be here, our buyer, our new caretaker for Mr. Belvedere, but I just want to show you something. In the course of these 3 days that I've taken to film roughly this video, if you notice in the background, like even go back and rewind a little bit, this is the past 3 days here in Kansas. And we went from snow on everything to thawing off, and it's literally 60 something degrees right now. Literally me in a shirt. Okay, so yeah, just wanted to let you guys know, if you ever want to find a place to move to and you want to experience all the seasons all the time at any given moment without any kind of warning, Kansas is your place. You know, I make it sound like it's bad, but you know what, it's actually kind of fun, because you never know what the day's going to bring. You know, it could drop snow in July, which it has done in my time on this earth. So yeah. But yeah, all this is really, this video, I hope you guys are getting the point of it. It's just about having fun and seeing a car go to a guy who's gonna save it. Kind of like when you get that spark and inspiration and you find a money pit, and that money pit just constantly just floats around you and just keeps absorbing all your money, and years progress. Like, you don't even realize it, but 2 years go by and you see all my fingers still swirling here. But yeah, you know, it just does one of those things. And like, you think you finally get one of your cars all ready to rock and roll, you know, all duded up and fixed, and then the next thing you know it, you literally move your car from there to there to get it out of the hole it was in, and now that tire leaks air and will not hold air. You ever price BF Goodrich tires? How ridiculous they have gotten. And yeah, so that kind of hurts, because I think I bought that one new. Enough horsing around and enough hooting and tooting. We'll see you guys when we see Jake. Are you ready for your debut?
Sure. So, I've been asked what my idea for this beautiful pile of shit is, and in a few short, sweet words, I would say, drop it on its guts, apply tractor black, Ray Charles the windows, and turbo noises.
I like that. I get behind that.
I mean, it's the goal behind this is not a hot rod, it's a reliable little daily. I don't play with gas stuff. I'm a diesel mechanic, so I'm going to stick to what I know, And that may piss off a few purists, and good, fuck them.
You know, I kind of am a purist a little bit. Just want to bridge the gap here and just say, I'm not a 66 Plymouth guy. You guys should know that. And I actually really like the idea. I think it's going to be unique. It kind of almost reminds me, didn't Cletus do something with a Cummins? With a
he had a Ford Galaxy with a 12 valve in it. That was a pretty neat project. And I'm sure there's going to be somebody banging on their keyboard asking about a 12 valve in this, but I'm not really a fan of putting 1,200 pounds of wet motor in a K-frame.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That struggled to hold a 700-pound big block.
Ooh,
so
I veered too much.
That's okay.
I'm amateur, I guess.
I'm devaluing your production anyway. I'm not pretty.
I'm not pretty either. I mean, maybe between the two of us, like you got the beautiful beard, I got the hair, kind of maybe.
Okay, so we're one solid 4 if we put us together.
That sounds about right. I really do like what you're planning on doing with this, and
bring updates to the car as it's running and going, and I wear it in. I fully intend comfortable and usable and livable, and it'll get an interior, getting an overdrive transmission, some research.
Oh yeah.
I found one of those up in Nebraska, actually from the gentleman I bought my last 66 from. So thankfully that's kind of coming full circle.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, can't complain about that one bit. Getting it for a hell of a deal. It comes with a shifter and a bell.
Oh dang.
What else? I found wheels and tires for it. I've got all the bushings for the front and rear end sitting in a cart on Rock Auto. Like, I'm pretty well motivated.
Well, and so depending on what kind of horsepower, I do want to address this because I've had a couple of my fellow Mopar buddies tell me what I should have done with this is rob the 8 3/4 out of this car. Because it's the 66 B body unit. It's kind of a desirable unit. And I just want to show that I'm not tooting my horn, but I just want to say it for the fact that I'm not here to part any of these cars out when I buy them. I really hate that because I could have easily, I guess I am tooting my own horn. Screw it, I don't care. I've got 8 1/4. I could have swapped that rear end out with an 8 1/4, but you know what? That's going to save you a headache.
If this thing ever sees that, it'll probably be the last time that engine lives in this car.
Well, Jake, I am very happy because it's taken a while to find a guy who wanted this car, the right guy, and I'm so thankful. So, man, let's see. What does, my friend Pete says, shake a hand, make a friend, or something like that.
Okay.
I can't freaking remember. But anyways, man, it's been a pleasure.
Likewise, Jed.
So, if you ever start a YouTube channel, we'll put all that information. If you got internet stuff to be famous on.
I was on Instagram for a short while restoring 72 to 93 Dodge truck. Restore. I was slam banging 10 grill 12 valves together under the name One Ugly Yeti. If I fire up a YouTube channel, it'll probably be under that.
Well, everybody, you stay on the lookout for that because more than likely, with how local you are, we may end up doing shit in the future.
Yeah, it may just be my handle on the channel.
There we go. You know,
folks don't listen, they're just here for the hot rods, but
that's true. I'll probably end up chopping this all up. Nobody will ever see this but me and the cutting room floor, and holy shit, that's 7 minutes.
Just watch us. You're gonna stab the whole thing.
Just leave it in. Whoever watches to this very last moment, I want you to know that if you see me in person, you probably earned a free t-shirt if I have your size. Please, dear God, don't be a 3X or bigger, because
motherfucker.
Another. All right, calling it there. Always take care and bye-bye.
See you guys. It has no idea what fresh hell awaits it.
Driving off into the sunset. Well, guys, gals, everybody, that is the story for Mr. Belvedere. Some of you may not be super happy about us not actually keeping it and building it, but you know what? The best part about this whole story with Mr. Belvedere is the fact that it's headed home to someone who actually wants to build a 66 Belvedere, and unfortunately, well, it's not me. So, Jake, I can't wait to see what you do with that car, because what you have told us sounds unique and cool. So, until we see Jake again with Mr. Belvedere, or whatever he ends up renaming it, because I'm pretty sure he's going to give it a lot cooler name. So, guys, gals, until we see you next time with that Belvedere, here's to the next project. Always take care, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And bye-bye. And you got something green under your nose. Yeah, you do.